Great. Great. Onegaishimasu.
Onegaishimasu.
Okay, great. We'll just do a little bit of a shorter warm up. Just loosen up. Yeah, great. And a little bit front and back. Great, a little bit side to side. And a little bit of rotation. Good. And into open closing. Okay, go through the spine, just take the hands up, roll through the center line here, just roll away, releasing down, and just loosen out the spine at the bottom, a little bit of pulsing, a little bit of waves, circles. Nice and slowly come in it. Just do this a few times. Come in up. Releasing through the center line. Rolling down through the spine. Releasing to the bottom. And one more coming up. Now. Down. And slowly coming up. Stop at the knees. A little bit through the spine. Just going to kind of cat cow, curl the spine up. Arch the back. Yeah, coming up, roll out the shoulders. And forwards. Roll the elbows. And change. Circle the wrists. Change direction. In the hand. Good. Keep the fists, elbows back. Good. Circle the hips up. Yeah, change direction. Then you look at separate and down and back. Let's hold it down. Then with alternation, bringing the knee down to the ground, pull back up. Good, hands down, pull the back up long, and then pull the body down. Coming out to standing, up the ankles. Direction. Change the leg. Change direction. Take the legs out a bit wider, let the toes face outwards, sink down, touch the ground, and push yourself back up on the ground. Just hold at the bottom. Pushing up about halfway. Hold it. And all the way up, standing. Get the hands on the knees. Rolling over. Shoulders. Looking in the shoulder. Good. Reach down one ankle and then raise up to the ceiling. Play with raising, touching the ankle with the hand, rolling up, lifting the hand up to the ceiling. Couple more. Yeah. Walks up to the other hand, the other ankle. Reaching the hand, touching the ceiling. Just one more. Bring the hands to the ground. Widen out the legs. Lengthen through the back of the knee. Hold it back as you walk hands forwards. A little bit more weight into the hands. Bring the feet together at the back. Walk them out the heel. Press both heels back. Lengthen through the hips, spine. Press into the hands. Bring the feet to the hands. Lengthen down. And the knees, just stand in. Just finish with one exercise. This is basically a sit down movement with one leg. So I think we did it last week sometime. So we're going to do a 31, which involves going to do that downwards movement. Think about reaching one hand out, same side leg reaches back. You reach out and pull the leg down. And then think about pulling yourself up the ground. You're trying to keep the spine long, lengthen, reach out, pull yourself down. Just do a few on each side. And down, pull yourself back up. Back, pull yourself back up. Don't worry too much if the front knee goes forwards, but try and let the whole body go back and down. You reach out, back and down. Yeah, a couple more this side. Good, and then change the leg. Same thing. Reach out, back and down. Okay, good. And then we'll just do one more, which is very similar, but it's based on taking the foot that way rather than straight back. So very similar, just be careful of the front knee. You don't want to twist into it. So you go here, bring the leg back, reach out, pull down, and pull yourself back up. In this case, alternate between the legs, so you give them like a little bit of a break. Pull down, reach up, leg goes back, pull down, come up. Just be really careful about fronting. So you listen to it, allow yourself to align it with the ground. It's a little bit more of a stress position on the knee. That's nice. Good. That's perfect. Really nice. Last one, just lengthen through the leg, press the back heel into the ground, just settle into the weight a little bit, a couple of deep breaths. Change the leg. Back. Just do one for the shoulder. So take the thumbs to the outside thigh, trace them at the top. You're going to go all the way to the back of the head, link the hands, and then press the hands out, extend them out with that. Bring the fingertips together. And let them come down. You do this with an in breath in here and the out breath. You extend that and over and down. It's an in breath in, and trace up. And an out breath. And the arms out and down. Yeah, I'm just going to say here in a sec. So the leg, 50-50 position. It's nice and full. Breathing in all the way. Squeezing out. Just 2 more times. Last one. Okay, coming back to neutral hands. Just let the arms go to the side, just release out across the body, just changing the hand that crosses over each time. I just have to really release the shoulder, the other heavy wrist, fingers, open, relaxed. And then just taking to a twist, taking the hand up to the shoulder. Keep your arm nice and released. Good. Okay, release out the wrists, hands, Up and down. Rotating the wrist. The arms. The legs. Shaking out the whole body. Just made it look a little bit smaller each time. Just have to come to stillness. Just feel the body. Good, great. We will go into jump. So let's see. Really good. Okay, so we'll just work straight into the kata, do the whole 31, just really clear Kihon. So take a couple of pauses between. So we'll do a few together. Nice and full and slow. So it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 38. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 38. Back into command. Okay, can we try and keep the count? Adrian, take the count. We'll do the count like this. Okay, and we'll stick together. Okay, go ahead, follow Adrian.
1,
There we go.
2,
Good.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you rock. I missed the count.
Yes. Keep going, keep going. I've lost it. Start it. We'll start again. Start again. Start again. You do it in English as well if you want, or you Spanish or whatever.
Okay. On your marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9, 30, 31.
Great. Okay, Bernie, you want to take the count? We'll do a few. Let's see. I can work this out.
Okay. 1, 2,
Great.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Am I?
Okay, one more time. Good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Come on.
Great. Okie dokie. Great. So what we'll do now is keep the Kihon count, but what I want you to do is, we can't really count this at all, so we can't do this together. This is the point. You can't do this one together. So this is keep the Kihon form, so nothing really changes, but try and don't focus at all on numbers as you do it. So it's really, because we've like hardwired it into us a little bit, like 1, 2, 3, and the gaps are always even when we do the count. So when we're doing pure Kihon style, or the basic Kihon style, dong, 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 the intervals are always the same. But the kata itself, if you do the kata naturally, has a kind of rhythm where it kind of speeds up a little bit towards the end, especially. And I basically got to find that, but you can do it keeping the Kihon style or keeping the Kihon form, but just listen to the form. There's also a difference between wanting to speed up towards the end, which is like being fast for just to get things over with, which is different than the actual rhythm of the kata. So try and make a distinction between the two, but it's a very close distinction. It's very difficult to know which is which. So usually it's because people start to speed up right at the beginning and rushing to the end. So that's all clear, hopefully. Don't rush it, but try and feel the natural rhythm of the kata whilst maintaining the Kihon, the clear form. Okay, give it a try in your own time. So it means slightly listen to your own rhythm as well, which is the kata as well. So give it a try. Goes. That's a really Put the numbers out of my head. Great. Okay, keep going. Don't let me distract you, unless I've just distracted you. You sort of stop. Keep going. Keep going. If not, but we'll just focus. When you get to your last part, stop. Stop. For that part. This is the problem. Everyone doing their own thing. Okay. And don't brush. There we go. Okay, great. Hello. Okay. Yeah, great. Good. Okay, perfect. Good, Ella. Great. Just kind of okay. Distraction is the main thing. So one of the great training martial arts especially is trying to train your attention basically. So what I want you to do is it's really a simple practice. It's a really an easy one. Really pick a point on the wall, but make sure it's on a line because you've obviously got to change the focus down. But everything's basically trained to the line. So everything you do, focus on, it needs to be appropriate to the attack that you make. So if it's high attack, I'm going to be a bit higher. If it's a low attack, I'm a bit lower down the line. And in this case, I've got a door from here. So when you start the kata, really track into that point, that line in the wall, or line in wherever. Yeah, you're all in walls. You've all got walls. Line on the wall, and notice how just the first one. Just notice how distracted and how easy it is to lose focus, lose focus, lose focus, lose focus. And even that means I'm looking at it. I'm also not really looking at it. So I'm kind of looking at it, but it's not really in my attention. I'm just kind of fuzzy. So this is a really good focusing method, but just track yourself onto that line and just try and feel it right from the start and give yourself a chance with this. So the Kihon practice is really going to give you a chance because the pauses in between are going to help you. We're going to resettle. And each time you kind of feel you lose focus, yourself back. And don't judge yourself. That's the other part of it. Don't judge yourself for losing focus. We do it all the time. We're always in distraction anyway. So I just need to recognize it and pull myself back with this practice. Got it? Yes. Give it a try. Nice and easy practice, which is not easy at all. Simple practice is not easy. That's it. And trying to do it with all the distractions going on as well in your environment is possible. Yes, that's it. Oh. Good. Okay, perfect. Great. Good. One more point with this, I'll just disturb you again. When you're doing it with the vision, focus on obviously the line, but see if you can also take in everything else in your peripheral vision. So have that as your central focus. Obviously, there is where my eyes kind of settle, it's where my body's aligned towards. But see if you can also just notice what's going on everywhere else. You should be able, if you're looking really with your peripheral vision, you should really be able to see quite far and wide. So focus on that, sharp focus, but also include this as well. So this kind of outside space. And that includes kind of feeling down, but that's another topic for now. Just in terms of the vision, just look for that. It's my focus, but this is included. Okay? As you do it, try and keep that feeling as you go into it. And your visual perception is actually working against you, being able to do it. So I need to really, something I really need to train. Just can really include everything in your visual perception, visual field. That's it. Good. 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 Adrian,
I have to go. Meeting
okay, good.
8.
Go.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay, one more practice. This is not a practice I do a lot, and it can be quite dangerous. Try it with your eye. You can either do your eyes fully closed or half closed, but just limit the perception a little bit. But just be really careful, especially when you've got lots of new valuable objects around the house you don't want to break. So close the eyes or just slightly shut them off. The idea with this is to really drop out of the head, because we do a lot of stuff and obviously we're thinking and doing all this kind of martial arts is not really useful at all. So allow yourself just to drop away from the head. Think more about basically dropping down, lower into the body. So just do a you can even just do a section of the kata if you feel a little bit like the space is a bit containing. Just allow yourself to drop out of the eyes. Doesn't mean that you have to forcefully close them, just let them kind of drain down. And as you do it, just feel where the body's in space and try and hold that attention point that you had before with the body. It's a really, really nice practice, but it can be expensive. So you've got a line shape. Yeah, just notice how much you rely on visual perception really to anchor you in place. But we're just now just look at the 6 count because it's a bit of a shorter form. But notice one thing tends to happen with like it starts to close the eyes. It's natural in a sense because you start to go into like introspection. So you start to kind of and as I do that with weapon work, introspection, the things become smaller. So try and do that. Try and drop into that kind of introspection, but allow yourself to really keep that expansion that you've got here. So as you do it again, just stick with the 6 count. Drop the eyes out of the form, but really keep that sense of expansion. So just working with the 6 count. So really keep that sense of expansion as you do it. But just simplify the form a little bit, just so we can sit a little bit sharper. Okay, good. So you can do that. I don't ever do that for a long time. Right? It's just to kind of drop back into the body a little bit and drop the feeling down a little bit. The next one, just playing with. It's a bit of a strange one. Play with sounds in the space that you're in. So as you're doing it, open the eyes again. Go back to the full kata. As you're doing it, see if you can notice like about five new sounds that you didn't notice as you were doing it before. So as you do it, start. Just run through the kata again as you do it. Find that focal point, open the eyes as you do it. Nice keyhole form. Just notice noises. Might be a really simple one, like the feet sliding on the floor. Just notice if you're doing it whilst keeping all that focus. Maybe a noise that you weren't aware of before. Okie dokie. Good. We'll look a little bit at the 𝘰𝘰𝘪𝘩𝘦, but we'll just we'll focus on one section, which again from the 6 count, but just the 3 moves, the strike, pulling into the gedan and coming into the strike with it, and then pulling back into the kamae. So when you do this form, just play with this. It's the feeling that you go into the strike, draw the leg back, strike through, and then come through here. So just start with just this movement. You just come up into a 𝑦𝘰𝘠𝑚𝑒n. So you strike down, draw, open the hip, strike through, and then come back into kamae. And the first is a kind of semi-nagari form. So it's like slow, pulsed, boom, 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 settling as you do it. So it's not a true Kin-no-Nagari form, but it's just to start to get the body a little bit more used to that kind of impulse in taking it forwards. Yeah, okay. That's my stick. Where's my stick? There it is. Here we go. Hiding sticks around the house. Oh, okay. Okay, good. We'll just break out the moves a little bit. So just focus on the you're coming into the strike, which would actually be a Geran. You would actually be a Geran, more of a Geran. Sorry, a Hayagashi. But you got the strike. Now just focus on the weight landing in the front foot. Weight land. Weight lands. You can open the back hip, and don't worry about catching the Joe. Just let the back hip really take the Joe back. So it'll look something like this kind of motion. Now I'm going to anchor the body totally in the front foot. So I don't want to move the front foot at all in this one. So as I strike in, this, and then just open the back hip, and the front foot's going to anchor you in place. This. Let's give that a try. So it's starting to bridge that gap in the form. Yeah. And one of the bad martial arts is ingrained habits in the body. So because we train this form a lot by going here 1 and then 2, that foot really wants to move all the time. So try and control that foot where it's really a position where I just land the weight and open the back hip. So it's a much more contained movement. And that basic is teaching how to do that movement and makes it fuller. But in this case, I don't need to make it as big. So it's this. Allow that front foot just to hold place. It will feel strange. It will feel really odd. But it's just where the form goes later. Yes. So it's really bringing that into one movement. That's it. Good. Okay, and then we'll just focus on the Geran. So start already in the Geran position, this low position. Let that front leg really be the weight for it. So you roll the weight through, and then this foot's going to come in. You take the weight, and then you roll and open the back hip. So you're doing a kind of similar action with this in terms of the hip work, a little bit wider. So you're coming in, landing the weight. This hip stabilizes, and then the back hip with this hand really opens and rolls out to the back, and you end up in that 𝘰𝘰𝘬𝘦 position. So just rolling out this position, but it's really trying to again bridge one move into the other, and it's done through the feet. So what changes is the footwork in terms of Kin-no-Nagari work always. Handwork is affected by the hips and the feet. Yes. We'll look at the whole kata tomorrow with that same kind of idea. But it's basically, if I can understand it here in a very simple kata, I can basically just apply it. Same logic. So. That's it. And then just go to the full kind of set. So you've got the yokomen in the back and then the Geran and coming back with it. And just really again notice the feet. If you can really train yourself back onto a point again. So allow everything. You can start with a 6 count if you want, but just play with rolling in and out of it. So nice full movement, really concentrated. The strikes really still have weight to them. You're just flowing through in there. And the anchor foot becomes very stable, and the mobile foot becomes really, really supple. Yes, that's it. Hey. Very nice. Good. Good. Great. Okay, we'll bow at that. So again, we'll look at this. We'll look at the full kata tomorrow and look at some of the specifics of it. But it's basically the same pattern, just runs through the whole set. It's just a matter of trying to maintain it as you go. Okay. Good. Great. どうもありがとうございました。
どうもありがとうございました。
Okay. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We